I am Flavia Zimmermann from the Australian Institute of International Affairs in Western Australia, and today we have with us Patrick Kedemos. Patrick Kedemos is the former French consul in Perth. In your opinion, how the rise of Marine Le Pen and the far-right movement in France might change the political landscape in France and French society?
Sure. Look, I would probably start by answering your question by saying that people probably exaggerate a little bit the Le Pen factor. French elections are quite specific in the sense that you have really two rounds. You have a first round where someone might actually arrive first, but that doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't mean usually, that they will become the leader of the government or the president, or that they will eventually be elected. There is then a second round, is a runoff, where the two first candidates, of course, face each other. And generally speaking, most polls, actually all polls, show that whatever the position that Marine Le Pen achieves in the first role, she has virtually no chance of becoming president of France. So it's important to put things in context again, because people tend to exaggerate. They almost sometimes hyperventilate about what would happen if Marine Le Pen was to become the president of France. And it's important to explain that this is actually quite an unlikely scenario. Of course, one has to envisage what that could mean, but it's difficult because her policies are quite contradictory. Some of her policies quite clearly contradict some other policies that she has or may have, and because of that, to be quite pragmatic about what it could mean, it's relatively difficult. Some of them are probably unenforceable. Some of them could be enforced, but they would conflict almost directly with some other priorities that she has. So it's difficult really to be able to tell what that could mean. To some extent, France would be in the situation where people found themselves in the US with the Trump election, where people hear him talk about a certain policy, and then confronted with reality, it quickly becomes something else, or he, switches positions. So I think that's where the factor, I believe, initially is a bit exaggerated. And secondly, even if it were to materialize, difficult really to assess in terms of what it would mean. I think Le Pen and the National Front, like a number of populist movements around the world, like a number of far-right or far-left movements around the world, are much more geared to challenge the incumbents, which tend to be center-left or center-right governments, but do not necessarily have policies that are intended to actually run the country. I think that's very much, in my opinion at least, what I believe we would be faced with Marine Le Pen. A number of economists have also published, I think today, 25 of them. They were all winners of the Nobel Prize in Economics. They have all mentioned that in reality the positions that she has and the positions that she could potentially be having as a president could be dangerous, of course, and outright unenforceable.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Thank you for having me.
And for more information, please visit our website, www.internationalaffairs.org.au. Thank you.